Phantom Sounds Production. What up, sound? What up, sound?
Let's see those juice boxes, y'all. Let's see those juice boxes. Move it out the way. Come on, y'all. Do your job. Shouldn't have to tell y'all. Let's see those juice boxes, y'all. If you were on the show, hit that plus sign.
For people on the go, there's GoToBank, the ultimate banking app. With no monthly fees with direct deposit. Your go-to for security with fraud alerts. Lock and unlock your card. Your go-to for value with a free ATM network. Overdraft protection and get paid up to 2 days early. GoToBank. It's mobile banking at its best. Open an account at gotobank.com.
Last episode, if you that's okay. You can find us on YouTube by clicking that link in my profile and subscribing. Last episode, we talked about setting healthy boundaries, but this week we're going to discuss boundaries with tonight's topic, healing after a breakup. Tonight in the red room, we have an all-star cast. We have D-Way No Wait, Zena, and Zaddy. Let's find out how the panel feels about healing. Please stick around to the end. We need the audience help later in the show, so don't go anywhere. And we also have a very special treat tonight, so please don't go anywhere. Make sure y'all stay tuned to the very end. Before we get started, all that I ask is you keep your mind open and your language clean. First things first, I'm going to let you guys in the box to introduce yourselves, and then we will get started.
Yo.
You? We got one more we're waiting on.
What up, Florida?
Somebody I
Shout
can
out to
hear.
everybody.
We're just waiting on one more. Okay.
They slipped out the juice. They slipped out the
Here's the
juice.
juice. It's too juicy. It's just slip right out the box. You know what I'm
What's
saying?
that?
The ladies are first, so I'm trying to
What's the
wait. You know,
juice?
I'll be polite and stuff.
What's too juicy? There we go. Oh, no, it was too juicy again. Too juicy. Slippery when wet.
Well, while we're
Somebody pull
waiting
up a
for
sign.
her, go ahead, Daddy, and introduce yourself and let us know what you got going on the app. And then we'll go. Hold on. Let's see if we can get her in here. Come on, prayers, y'all. Prayers, y'all. Okay, we got her, y'all.
You made it.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Well, we are polite here in the red room, so go ahead and introduce yourself first. Sorry, Zaddy, but ladies first. So go ahead and introduce yourself and let us know what you got going on the app, and then we'll go ahead over to Zaddy and let him introduce himself.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all. I'm Zena. I am just here for fun. I enjoy the connections that I've been getting with people, but I'm just a regular old Joe. So I plan on having a good time tonight. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm gonna turn my light on too.
I'm gonna turn my light on for me.
A little light, a little bit.
Just want to put that
Thank
out
y'all
there.
for having me.
Sweet. So Zaddy, let us know about yourself and what you got going on.
I'll just be on tag singing, R&B jams, hang around a lot of cool people. I like connecting with good people, networking, all the fun stuff. That's about it.
That's about
Especially
it.
all
That's
the time.
it. That's about it. That's it. Go ahead, G-Way.
If you don't know me, you can get to know me. I'm your co-host, G-Way Noah. Y'all can catch me here every Saturday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or y'all can catch me Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I got Hood Feud going on. Wednesday, I'm on Tales from the Hood with Pit Bully. Thursdays, you can catch me with King of Diamonds. And Friday, y'all can definitely catch me on Battle of the Zodiacs. I had to cancel last week, had a lot of stuff going on, but we back in full effect this coming up week. So holla at me.
I am Gin and Juice, y'all. I am the host. Somebody's gotta like. Somebody is. It's you. I am the host right here of the Red Room Talk, y'all. You can find me every Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Every Saturday right here on the Tag Dep, y'all. But if you don't find me, then you guys can find me usually from 9 a.m. to about 12 noon, Monday through Friday, and then Saturdays 10 p.m. I might jump on Saturday morning, but other than that, catch me when you catch me, but go follow me on Instagram and go subscribe to my YouTube, please, and thank you. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get started, but I'm gonna leave your butt muted until it's your turn because I can't do the reverb tonight. Anyways, there's no getting around it. Breakups are terrible, even if they're handled with compassion. They can shake you to your very foundations, causing you to question your confidence and your faith in itself and love itself. Sorry. If you've been broken up with, you're grappling with the very real pain of rejection on top of mourning a lost love. When you're the one who chose to end things, there's often guilt swirled into your sadness. Even in the most amicable, mutual situations, a split is an ending. And in a culture that emphasizes forever as a relationship goal, we're made to feel like an ending is failure. Breakups are painful, and from healing from a breakup looks different for everybody. So my first question is, what does healing look like to you, and how long should you take to heal? If you want to answer, just go ahead and just put your... I can't hear her. Am I tripping?
No, I'm
Okay,
thinking.
look.
Sorry.
She's really not
So,
saying anything. No, you're not tripping. You're not
yeah, I
tripping.
wasn't. So I guess it depends on how much you're hurt. It looks very different for each person. I think if you focus on yourself, it sounds cliche probably, but if you focus on yourself, you will get farther than trying to mask your hurt with being with someone else, or not really focusing on you being a better person or you being a better partner. I think it takes your mind off of some of those things that caused you to hurt in your past.
Okay.
Yeah, I really think it goes off the connection you had before, like you really have that communication with that person. Like, oh, okay, we not together no more. All right, we separated. So it really goes off that connection. Me personally, it was kind of harder. You know what I'm saying? Because we were married or whatever, and I felt like it was closer than it was supposed to be. But after you realize it's over, you just gotta kind of let it go.
So
Definitely.
how long do you
Definitely.
think you should take to heal?
As long as need be,
It could be.
until you can get to that point where you're not thinking about them no more, where you're thinking about yourself. Because the
Yeah,
first
I don't
part of
think there's
healing
a
is,
limit.
yeah, because the first part of healing is getting back to loving yourself. Because you're so used to loving someone else, you got to get back to loving yourself and realize who you are, and get yourself together before you can start or begin to love somebody else. Which is a lot of people messes up these days because they think they can get somebody else to fill that void, and that's not even it. When at the end of the day, you should get back to loving yourself and realizing what you need and what you got to be doing to move forward.
Um, so
Yeah, self care.
healing looks like to me a lot of it doesn't look good. It's not beautiful. It's not pretty. It's ugly. Healing is very ugly. And I'm telling you, it has been some of my hardest days because it gets worse before it gets better. Healing is one of the most beautiful, ugly things you can do probably in this world. It is probably some of the biggest things that I've contended with myself that you have to really look at yourself and you have to understand that in order to heal, you have to first accept. You have to go through all those grieving processes. You know what I'm saying? You have to, you're going to go through the denial. You're going to go through the sadness, through the anger, through all of those things. You're going to have to turn your down over there. You're going to have to go through all the grieving process from beginning to end. You know what I'm saying? And you have to accept that those things in yourself. First of all, that it ended. And then you're going to have to look at the things that led up to why it ended and deal with those things that are internal for you to start healing. And like I said, mostly it is acceptance. You have to, like they say, when you're like an alcoholic, the first step is admitting you have a problem. And so the first step is admitting that you need to heal, because a lot of people can't even admit that they need to heal from something. I went 9 years single thinking, well, time heals all wounds, right? Time heals all wounds. Yes, very much so, Kingy. Accountability. You have to take accountability for what your part was in it. And I remember I had a friend told me, she's like, you know, well, what about your part in it? And I'm looking from my angle where, he was the reason for the breakup, all the things that he was doing. And I didn't really look at the fact of my part in it was that I accepted the things that was being done to me. I accepted it. You know what I'm saying? Of course, everyone plays a part. Not saying I did everything perfect, but for sure, I had to look at myself like, you know what? You were allowing those things. So you accepting those things and you allowing it, let those things continue. And had I nipped it in the butt probably the first time that things had happened, you know what I'm saying? I would have definitely looked at things differently. Um, what if you entered with accepting that it might end in order to reinvent the wheel of stages to heal from scratch? I mean, mm, What is in there? I mean, everyone heals differently. I'm gonna say my healing is gonna look nothing like Zaddy's healing. It's gonna look nothing like Zena's healing. It's gonna look nothing like G-Way's healing. I might need to go away to heal. Some people need to be doing things to heal. I'm one of those people that tend to like to lick my wounds by myself in a corner somewhere, okay? I don't want to be publicly healing in front of nobody. I'm very much a to myself person. But how long should you take to heal? Healing is subjective. There is no blanket 3 months, 2 months. And then honestly, if it took you if you were in a relationship for 5 years, we're just gonna use that number as a round number. Say you went through abuse for 5 years, it might take you that 5 years to heal from. It might take you double that. It might take you less than that. It might take you more than that. Healing is subjective. There is no blanket number. You know what I'm saying? So healing is subjective. But do you guys have anything else to comment?
I did get a little more as I sat. So I do think that we are supposed to learn from every situation that we come from. So if we focus on what we were supposed to take maybe from a situation, I know some situations are very bad. Um, I wouldn't necessarily try to focus on the bad in the relationship, but we are supposed to learn from every situation that we go through in order to be a better person in that next relationship. So I do think we're supposed to kind of focus on what was there for us to take on to that next step or that next stage. Understood.
After your first or second relationship in the healing, what's the mindset for the next? Honestly, I you might have things from your past that you're like, you know what, I'm not going to deal with this again. But I can't take the bricks in my past and bring them into the next one because you're going to build the same house you just left. So you have to have a total different mindset that this is a different person because I'm going to tell you.
For the go-to people in life, there's Go-To Bank, the ultimate banking app with no monthly fees with direct deposit. Your go-to for security, your go-to for value with a free ATM network and 10 times the national average on your savings. Get paid up to 2 days early and unlock overdraft protection. Open an account at gotobank.com with no minimum balance required. Go-To Bank, it's mobile banking at its best.
This is a completely new person and completely new things. Now, if you decide to do those same things, that's on you. But what I do and how I treat you, that's on me. So I have to go into this with a different mindset, a new mind. I do have to. Oh, I said at the beginning of the next that my hands to protect your peace. I don't know, GS. Holy Smalls, you're killing me. No, I'm just kidding.
You're killing me.
You're killing me. But anyways, y'all, let me get on to the next question. If y'all are just pulling up, that's okay. We have so much more to come. You can find us here every Saturday on the Red Room Talk at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We just discussed what does healing look like to you and how long should it take to heal. But if you guys have more questions, please hold your seats. We do have a whole panel that can get on after the show so we can discuss the real thing, okay? In reality, breakups are often the shattering preamble to a new and improved life, one that can eventually include a relationship with someone you're more compatible with. But in those first few brutal days and weeks, you've got every right to feel inconsolable. In time, though, you can move onward and upward. So I want to get a little personal. Tell me about a breakup and how you moved forward.
So I haven't been in many serious relationships, maybe three in my adult life, or two in my adult life. Um, but I typically am not interested in anyone after a breakup. I'm very shut off. I don't date. So this recent breakup, it was maybe 4 years ago. I haven't been dating. I haven't been really interested in dating. I don't like to hop from person. I don't like to go from person to person. Um, and I don't feel like I'm something that should be shared with any and every person. So after that breakup, I'm just, back to being a person, just a human being, not an available woman, not, someone that's ready for the next person. I'm just living. Maybe not healthy,
Yeah.
but I do it.
uh, Your love sound like an election. Like every 4 years, you might give it a try. I just want to throw that out there.
It's gonna be longer than that this time.
Lord. Hey, why they
I'm
keep
very
messing it up for
selective.
us? I definitely feel it. You can let Zaddy go ahead. I'll go last.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I have a moment. Yeah, it really, I would say the previous relationships actually do like have a strong effect on like your next dating, like person you talking to, the next person you like trying to give a chance to. So off back, it didn't take a long time to like get to talk to someone else, but it really had me looking different and like, oh, okay, I'll talk to you, but I can't really give my all into you. You know what I'm saying?
But previous relationships, I mean, we try to forget them and everything, but certain things you used to. Like if she's used to being a wife, she's gonna act like a wife. She's used to being a girlfriend, she's gonna act like a girlfriend. But at the end of the day, you can't bring your previous relationships into your current relationships because they're two different people. They're two different people. Like that's not fair to that person. You're treating them and setting boundaries for them that has nothing to do with them, or they have nothing to do with. At the end of the day, I mean, I don't feel like it's fair, and I feel like it's messed up because a lot of us do really have our guard up because the last person might have screwed us over and told us they was going to play fantasy baseball. So now as soon as the guy says, "Hey, I like baseball," oh, you automatically putting them in that same category. Like it's crazy.
That's true.
Can I jump in real quick? Y'all are sitting on the sidelines. Y'all are like skimming the top. I need to hear the real deal. Like about an actual breakup, not about a possible breakup or like somebody who you heard breakup. No, I want to hear about y'all and your life. I see y'all are really like toting the fence and being real you're teeting around it. So can I hear the real deal stuff now? Can I hear the real story? There's a story of a lovely lady. come, come on,
Mm.
G
I mean,
Win.
okay, so it took a
Come on.
while to get over the hurt. So after that hurt is gone, I'm used to being alone now. I'm used to liking myself more. I'm used to spending that time with myself, with my children, my immediate family. So I don't have the interest in really going out to date. Um, I'm picky. I'm not dependent on being in a relationship or having that connection with any person in this world, really. So a man is man or woman. I don't have to have a connection with anybody in this world. And life has done that to me. Like that's, my defense mechanism from being hurt by people that I trusted or giving more of myself than I was really giving in return. So it's definitely a defense mechanism and it's not healthy. I wouldn't recommend it for anyone. A lot of the time to get over that hurt came from me being on autopilot, me not wanting to feel anything, me not having to feel anything. And that took away from like my kids. Being on autopilot from that situation didn't just occlude it to that situation. It was me. I'm on autopilot. So it's not very good, but that's what it took for me to be that better woman.
Do you have
But I'm
anything else
alone. So
to say, Zaddy? I know you got something more. You can't tote the line and be safe, y'all. Come on.
I mean, on a personal extent, like I mean, I don't see myself getting married no time soon, just off of like the hurt I went through. Like, as far as I can, like, I can't see any like far on details I could get on that, but like it was, it's not like a big smack in the face, but it was almost like we had an agreement. You disagreed on it. Now it's like, okay, I'll try dating again, even though I take dating as a curved statement. But I'm a big flirt, so I'm real flirtatious or whatever. But as far as me, like, oh, okay, we're together, whoever, boyfriend, girlfriend. I feel like I'm too old for that boyfriend, girlfriend statement. So it's kind of hard for me to get back serious, per se.
Could I get the
So,
question one more time before I'll give my re-answer? I just want to make sure I give the
because y'all
correct
was
one
being
this
real
time.
safe, so I had to call you out because I said, tell me about a breakup. Because I think y'all wouldn't even answer. I don't know if y'all heard the question.
Yeah, I did.
Tell me about, oh, hold on. Tell me about a breakup and how you moved forward.
Okay, I'll tell you about one. I got my heart smashed. This first chick, I was in college, away playing ball, doing my thing. I was coming home to see her, and come to find out, she was like smashing my best friend. Like, like literally like smashing my best friend. Like they both was playing stupid, playing dumb. I ended up sneaking home one of the weekends. I had a free pass, and they was like doing each other. What it taught me was that everybody ain't gonna love me like I love me, and at the end of the day, people look out for themselves, and everybody's not exactly who they predict they are or portray they are. Some people have ulterior motives because she played a good job. She played a good role. She definitely could have got a nice little American Globe actress or something like that because she did what she had to do. But it definitely taught me at the end of the day that like everybody's not as it seems. They will definitely tell you some BS to get what they want to do. So
So this is the story all about how my life got to a wrong story. So I was married for we were together about 6 years. Um, we went through. It was really horrible. In a very ugly, abusive relationship. It caused a lot of like insecurities in me, and it took me nine. I was single for like 8 years, almost 9 years, and it was like probably one of the worst things I ever went through because I didn't. It changed so many things about the way that I looked at myself. I'm like, even like little things such as like, well, should I wear makeup? Should I not wear makeup? Little things that you wouldn't even think that you would think of like later on that it really caused in me, like the way that the way that I love somebody. Because you don't want to give that much love to somebody. Because when you make somebody your everything, and they're gone, you leave with nothing. I left with literally a garbage bag and my dog, a garbage bag of clothes and my dog. That's what I left with. And when I went into the relationship the most confident, the most beautiful person. It's not saying I'm not those things now, but I went into the relationship the most confident I ever was in my life, and how I left was a broken person. And I wasn't sure like how to get that back, but I could tell you I was strong enough. And even in my weakness, as weak as I was in that relationship, I was strong enough to finally say enough is enough. And I can remember the day that I looked at him and I said, we will never live as husband and wife ever again. And I stood on it. It took him 4 years to be like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I messed up. And you don't even know who I am now. And now standing before you is a completely different woman who has went through a lot of healing. I went through therapy. This is not saying that I am completely healed, y'all, because I still have things that I am working on. I am still a work in progress. And yes, it has been almost 9 years and I still work on the things that I dealt with, because when you're in an abusive relationship, you don't realize it actually changes your brain chemicals, the way that you think, the way that you love, the way that you feel. You don't realize it really changes all the aspects of your being, because now I have to think twice before I love somebody, because what if I
yeah,
give too much, or what if you do the same thing, or you don't think that you're second guessing everything. And I'm going to tell you, getting into a new relationship, I've had two relationships my entire life. And the relationship, the next relationship after that, I can tell you the the hell that it was to change myself to not try to hurt, not, I won't say not necessarily try to hurt that person, but I didn't realize that some of the things that I thought that I was over were still a trigger for me. And I didn't know until someone tried to love me. And so it really put a damper on just going into something new, because you don't realize that you have still all this baggage from your previous relationship that you really don't realize you have, because I hadn't been with anybody, so nobody hit that trigger. I hadn't loved nobody since then, so nobody hit that trigger. So the only way that I could say that I began to move forward was to accept that I still had work that I had to do internally, and it took me to get in therapy because I wanted to be the best wife and the best mother to the man that I was trying to talk to. I wanted to be a mother to his child. I wanted to be a good woman to him, and I knew that the things that I was dealing with from my past relationship were going to destroy that very thing. And so if I wanted to have a healthy, loving relationship, I had to dig deep in myself and say, these are issues that we have that could keep you from that. And so it took me to really look in the mirror and say, you know what? You deserve this. You know, it even took my stepdad. He looked at me. He's like, "Don't you think you deserve something good?" And it didn't hit me until I like, what do you mean? Yes, I know I deserve something good, but I wasn't treating myself like I deserved something good because of all the things in my past. I was like, well, you know, what if he hurts me, or what if this? But what if he doesn't? Why do we always think of the negative? I had to quit looking at all the red flags and start looking for the green lights. He's kind. You know, look at those things. That's a green light. You know, we all look for the red flags and look at the negative part of it, but I had to stop looking at the negative and start looking at the things that were great. Now, if a red flag arises, then you deal with that as it comes. But don't go searching for the red flags, because, baby, you're going to find yourself alone, okay? You can't just go out looking for the negative because you're going to find negative. Start looking for the good in things. And that's what I really had to tell myself, that it's okay to not be okay. So we're going to fix this. If you want something good, I had to look inside myself and say, these are the things I need to fix. And I put myself in therapy. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I have no problem admitting that, because I knew that if I wanted to be the woman that he deserved, that I had to fix those things so I could submit to a man who deserved it, so he could lead me, because I wasn't allowing him to lead me. You can't go into a relationship a strong, independent woman who don't need no man. I promise you it will not work. The two cannot coexist. And so I had to fix those things and start to fix those things, because I'm still working on it. I'm still working on it.
For the go-to people in life, there's GoTo Bank, the ultimate banking app with no monthly fees with direct deposit. Your go-to for security, your go-to for value with a free ATM network and 10 times the national average on your savings. Get paid up to 2 days early and unlock overdraft protection. Open an account at gotobank.com with no minimum balance required. GoTo Bank, it's mobile banking at its best.
I never had that at the forefront of my mind that I wanted to be a good woman to somebody. Of course, you want to be with somebody. The idea of being in a relationship sounds awesome, but I never really had that on the forefront of my mind. Like, I'm gonna be a good woman to this person. Um, After, I guess, trying to prove myself to my ex in that relationship, um it did show me the woman that I wanted to be to a man, to a good man, or a man that's deserving. Um, but like you said, it's hard to move forward without those fears, without those triggers, without those thoughts in the back of your mind, like they could be doing the same type of thing to me, and I'm doing the right thing, or I would like to be doing the right thing to them, but I don't want to get played, or I don't want to get played with. So it's hard. It's hard to actually put your trust into a mate unless you really don't care. I mean, I guess that's the only way that I could really um understand people going to a new relationship after a breakup, after being hurt, after being, treated badly. They just don't care. I don't know. That's it.
Um, I was looking at that. But earlier, in the comments, JoJo said it's good to set boundaries, but never give up on love. It's out there. Be patient. And I just want to tell y'all, no matter how broken or how messed up you were from a past relationship, do hold tight. Keep hold that there is something out there. There is someone out there just for you. So thank you, JoJo, for dropping that.
That
Thank you for
part.
dropping that comment. 'Cause that's a message that I think y'all needed to see too. Um,
Message.
but if y'all are just pulling up, that's okay. You haven't missed much, y'all. We still have a lot more to discuss. You can find us here every what? I need to hear y'all say every Saturday. Hold on.
Sorry.
Saturday.
Yes, sorry.
Oh,
Okay. Every
couple
Saturday
rows, couple
on the Red
rows.
Room Talk at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We just discussed what does healing look like to you, how long should it take to heal, tell me about a breakup and how you move forward. Now I want to know a little more specifically about future relationships. Go take care of that. Make the two of you, maybe the two of you said that you'd stay friends, as many people do. Keeping the connection helps things stay civil and makes the transition less abrupt, especially when you do it for practical reasons. Like if you work together, but it can be a tough task. A post breakup friendship may well happen in time, but time is the key word here. Very few exes make a seamless transition into friendship immediately, and if you think you've done it, see what happens when one of you starts dating someone new. With that being said, when do you think it is a good time to move on to a new relationship? Is the saying true to get over someone?
Hmm,
I've heard that saying a
pretty
lot.
good.
Um, and I actually have had it when me and an ex started dating. He told me that he was taught that as a child. The best way to get over someone is to get under someone. Um, I don't think that's very healthy. I think there's a lot of lustful energy going on, and that does lead people to move on to the next person very quickly. Um, However, to each its own. If you feel like you're healed and you're ready to move on to that next relationship, then have at it. But you're probably damaging that next person and you're probably damaging yourself even more than you went into it with. That made sense.
If you got to get up underneath somebody else to forget about the other person, you are not healed. I'm sorry. You need to take that time to get to healing yourself, get back to loving yourself, because if you can't love yourself, you can't love anybody else at the end of the day. It's not going to happen. It's not going to work. You're literally wasting that person's time because you are not over that last person. It's not going to help. It might be in that moment, it might be lust, but it's definitely not love. It's definitely not love. It might be something you're just not used to, but it's not love at the end of the day. You got to get back to loving yourself and knowing yourself before you can give love to anybody else. And a lot of people make that mistake nowadays. They think they can just get rid of somebody by just going on to the next person to make them forget about that person. It's nice, it's cool, it's temporary, but at the end of the day, you're still going to be thinking about that person because you never took the time to heal, and you're ruining somebody else's life and wasting a lot of people's time in the process. I'm sorry, that's just me.
Me personally, I know it sounds good on paper, but it helps. Like getting with other people to help you forget about somebody else, it definitely helps. I'm not saying it's the most healthiest way, but for me personally, that was the easiest. Like that was the best way possible. Yeah, like I got to keep it funky. Like yeah, when I was first broken up, yeah, I was dating. I was dating. So. Yeah, that
I
definitely
think
helped
it
me.
helps your ego.
I can tell that.
I think it helps your ego. I think it helps your, your
Self-esteem.
pride. Yeah, your self-esteem. But I don't think it helps you, I don't know. A lot of people aren't looking for healing. So we might be looking at it too deep for most people because they don't care about being healed or they don't think that they're hurt from the previous person. Healing is not a lot of people's goal.
Yeah, forgetting is most people's goal this day and age.
You have anything else to say, Zadie?
Yep.
I'm sure you have more. No, you're good. Okay. Okay. So, when do I think it is a good time to move on to a new relationship? When you can talk about it and you don't cry. When you can talk about it and you don't cry. Because if you're still crying, if it's something you still cry about daily, you're not over it. Until you know that you can look at yourself confidently and say, I'm done with feeling bad about it. You know what I'm saying? When you can talk about your situation, and that's not saying that I don't ever talk about that situation. I can go back into that mindset and I might feel sorrow for the girl that I was, because that person, or excuse me, woman. But when I look back at the woman I was, which was very broken at that time, because I would have never allowed the abuse that was going on had I not been a broken person. And I'm going to tell you, 9 times out of 10, they know that you're a broken person, and they seek people out like that. They find those insecurities and they play on them. So I feel, so I can go back and feel sorrow for that person that I was. But I feel like until you, I feel like like I said, until you can talk about it and it doesn't affect you as it did in the beginning, um, then I think you could start to dip your foot in the water of dating. Because I'm gonna tell you, a couple weeks, a couple days, is not long enough, okay? Because you don't even know if you're gonna get back with them. Because I'm gonna tell you, there's like a 15-minute relay for y'all to shoot your shot until she get back with her ex, okay? We're just gonna say that there, okay? Because she still love him, okay? I'm just gonna say that. So you need to really make sure that it is not something that you're going to go back to before you move on, because I'm telling you, don't get into something new with somebody and then be like, then you're going to hurt someone new. You're bringing someone in and then you end up going back to your ex. You're going to hurt the person who you were trying to talk to, who very well was probably a healed person who was ready for love, and here you were bringing that you still had this man on your coattails, holding your coattails, and you trying to move on to someone else, and now you've started something. Now you're starting something with someone new, and you still have your ex standing behind you looking over your shoulder. You know what I'm saying? So until you are able to move on, so I hate it here, y'all. Until you are
We're
able
gonna make it.
to move forward without that person standing behind you, and I don't mean like that someone's not going to, still have that feeling for you, because especially if you were with someone. I was with my ex for 6 years. We were married. That was my first real and only real relationship, and up until the next. So it was hard to move on because that was all I had to compare to anything. You know what I'm saying? So I just think really it's subjective. When you feel like you're ready, if you feel like a week is all you need, I'm going to tell you you're wrong, though. I'm just going to tell you you're wrong. Some of y'all might feel that, because I'm going to tell you grief will come in waves. Grief will come in waves. And I'm going to tell you, because there's a time I'm like, I'm ready. And then you're just having someone open up an already still fresh wound. And they're just sticking their finger and wonder why it still hurts. You know what I'm saying? So you have to take your time. Take your time. It's okay. But anyways, if y'all are just pulling up, that's okay. You can find us here every what? Every Saturday
Saturday.
on the Radio Talk
Saturday.
at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You have not missed it all, y'all. We still have more to discuss. We just discussed what does healing look like to you. Hello. How long should it take to heal? told me about a breakup and how do you move forward, and when do you think is a good time to move on to a relationship. Now we're going to reflect, okay? You got to reflect all of that. But when faced with difficult things, many people opt for bottling them up in an attempt to avoid the pain associated with them. As much as you can distract yourself with fun activities, be careful not to box your feelings up completely, because that wall you build around you, while it might protect yourself, it's going to keep people out too. Just had to throw that in there. That backfires because trying to hold back your thoughts ironically encourages you to think about them more. Explains Lewandowski Jr. His own research demonstrates that when people going through a breakup tried blocking out those feelings, they ended up feeling worse. Oh my God. So my next question is, what was the hardest thing that you had to endure while healing?
Be honest with you, it took me a while to realize my worth. I think that was the hardest thing I had to endure while healing, because when you get cheated on, you start like questioning yourself, wondering if you're good enough, what you did wrong, what you could have did differently. I'm not a player. I'm just a man trying to get my hustle on. But yeah, at the end of the day, it makes you question yourself a lot. You know what I'm saying? When you get played or get cheated on and wanna bounce back from that, it makes you question if you're doing things right, if you're doing things wrong. Could you have done things differently? You start to question yourself a lot more and second guess yourself, in my opinion.
I think actually knowing your worth is hard. Um, Knowing that that most people don't deserve you, or you're not for every person. So uh seeing like other couples sometimes where I guess just seeing other couples, period. Sometimes you do question yourself, like, there's no way I'm single. But knowing that you're not for everybody or for anything, it leaves you dry sometimes.
That's what she
That's
said.
not what he said. What up,
We was
folks?
thinking the same thing. We
Look,
was
Miles,
thinking the
I already
same
said it,
thing.
my boy. I already said it, okay? Okay. Go ahead,
Oh,
Daddy. See what you got to say. What was the hardest thing you had to endure while
I said
healing?
the hardest thing would still be having to communicate because we got children, or 6 children together to be exact. So it'll still have to communicate with knowing everything wasn't okay and questions still weren't answered. We still had to communicate, and like it was just things that we were just afraid to ask each other type, what I'm saying, situation. So I say that was the hardest part.
Okay. The hardest thing that I had to endure while healing was looking in the mirror. Looking in the mirror and telling myself my part that I had in it. The accepting that I accepted things that I shouldn't have accepted. And the healing itself, because let me tell you, um, healing is not pretty, okay? Let me tell you what it looked like. It looked like snot running down sometimes and your makeup messed up, and it looked like you've been in the same sweats for 3 days and you ain't washed your hair, you ain't ate nothing, or you ate too much. My butt's getting bigger. Like, you know what I'm saying? It looks ugly, but it's also beautiful. It looks ugly, but it's also beautiful. You go through a lot of things, and honestly, healing itself really that's the ugliest part. The healing itself, the process, the going through the grieving process, the acceptance, all of that was really the hardest part. Just looking at myself and the things that I accepted that I shouldn't have accepted, that was really the hardest part for me. But if y'all are just pulling up, you're late. That's okay though. You have not missed everything. We still have a little bit more to discuss, but that's okay. You can find us here every what? every Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, all in the Red Room Talk, y'all. We just discussed what does healing look like to you.
For the go-to people in life, there's Go2 Bank, the ultimate banking app with no monthly fees with direct deposit. Your go-to for security, your go-to for value with a free ATM network and 10 times the national average on your savings. Get paid up to 2 days early and unlock overdraft protection. Open an account at go2bank.com with no minimum balance required. Go2 Bank, it's mobile banking at its best.
Lewandowski suggested it's best not to look back, okay, unless you're looking back at it. You know what I'm saying? Trying to decode if your ex is happy when he or she has posted a picture from brunch is just going to make you feel bad about yourself. Distance is tough, but crucial. Moving through logistics and figuring out shared dog custody is one thing, but he's mine, he's not yours. Calling or dropping by not to get one sweat that you need is another. Do not drop by. It isn't going to help your healing process, and the quicker you can adjust to life without your ex in it, the better it's going to be for you. You have to, okay. The next question is, when do you know that you're over a breakup? And why do you think that healing is so important?
Well, I don't give a no more. When I'm not thinking about you no more, when I'm moving without you on my mind, I think I'm over it. Because if I'm deep in a relationship, it's pretty much like everything I think of you as well. But when I'm done, like including you in my everyday life and thinking about, yo, I'm finna eat, are you hungry too? Then yeah, I think I'm done. I think I'm completely healed. It's time to move on because you're completely out of my everyday routine. That's just me.
I think I think you're over that person when you're not expecting them. Like when you're not expecting them to call, when you're not expecting to see them out, when you're not expecting to, for them to pop up on you. Um, because I guess if you're hurting and you may want to be back with them, you're you're secretly expecting or hoping, hoping they'll call, hoping you do see them or whatever. Or you might be in fear of seeing them or in fear of them calling you. I hope this doesn't happen. I hope I don't see them out. I hope they don't pop up. I think when it doesn't matter anymore whether you pop up or not, or whether you call or not, like um, that might indicate that you're somewhat healed.
Agree with that statement.
When you do see things that remind you of them, it doesn't hurt, or it doesn't. You don't think about that person, maybe.
Yeah,
When
me
do you,
personally, I feel like it's over with when you start going live on Tagged every day. No, I'm joking. You really feel like it's over with, like when you don't care if they call, when holidays don't matter no more, when their birthday don't matter, when you don't even care to text them no more. Like that's when you really know it's over, person.
Right. Well, you not worry about what they doing. You living your life.
Nothing at all. You don't care when they go out of town, vacations, trips. No, I don't even want to see no pictures. You know what I'm
No.
my turn? My
Your
It's your
turn.
turn.
turn? Ugh.
It's
When
just
do I know that I'm over a breakup? Um, I think when I know that I'm over a breakup is when I don't find you attractive anymore. I'm gonna be honest. When I start to be like, "Oh, you surely is ugly," that's when I know I'm over you. Because when I'm with someone and I love them, I think you are the most handsome, gorgeous person I've ever laid my eyes on, and that's just how it is. And that's when you love somebody, that's how I will. That when I love somebody, that's how I feel. I look at you like you're the most beautiful creature on the entire planet, and I don't even look at anybody like that. It could be Michael B. Jordan. Okay, maybe not B. Jordan, because he might be the one I might cheat on you with if we like had that set up that whole pass thing. That might be it. But other than that, no. Even Michael B. Jordan can come to my door, and I really wouldn't even look at them the other way. I would look. I love my person. You know what I'm saying? So I think when I don't no longer have an attraction to you, or I no longer feel like that feeling, or the feeling of being with you disgusts me. Like it, I think for me that's just a feeling. It's just yeah. No, she's freaking there was me. No,
Should I?
exactly. You go back like, what in the heck was I thinking? You're bald and you look like Stephen A. Smith. Your hairline go back further than your ancestry. What was I thinking?
Mhm.
But yeah, and healing is so important because you don't want to bring the bricks of your past to your new relationship. You don't want to bring that to your new relationship because you might very well hurt the person that is brought into your life to love you, and you might hurt yourself so bad that you end up pushing them away because you weren't ready. So you have to make sure that you are ready because you don't want to hurt the person who's trying to love you the right way. That's why healing is important. So you don't bleed on someone who didn't even cut you. And that's why it's important. You don't want to hurt someone else like you was hurt. Because as we know, what's that saying? Hurt people hurt people. And earlier in the comments, Dreams has said, you got to be torn down to build yourself back up. And that is so true. You have to tear down everything you thought that you was, and you have to build something new so you have something new. If you want something you never had, you got to do something you've never done, and that's heal.
Thanks.
Mic drop. If y'all are just pulling up, you're definitely late. It's almost over, but don't fret. You can find us here every what? Every Saturday at 10
Saturday.
p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Red Room Talk, y'all. We are at my favorite part of the night. We just discussed what does healing look like to you? How long should you take to heal? You told me about a breakup and how you move forward. When do you think it is a good time to move on to a new relationship? Or what was the hardest thing you had to endure while healing? And when do you know you're over a breakup? And why is healing so important? When you hear that sound, that means we are at our hot seat question segment, y'all. We are doing things a little different this season. Our hot seat question is now left up to the fate of the audience. That's right. I went to Instagram to ask our peers what they wanted to ask for this week's hot seat question. If you want your question to be featured on next week's episode, make sure that you go to my Instagram or go to my profile, click that icon, and follow me on Instagram and look out for that hot seat question post, y'all. Now is the time to enter in the comments who you in the audience want to answer tonight's question before I reveal it. Go ahead and enter now. Oh,
Okay.
I see. Look, them Zenas just went. Bloop, 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 bloop. Oh, we got Zaddy. Oh, Zena. Come on, y'all. Put them questions, them answers in the comments, y'all. Ugh. I've seen a whole lot of different people say Xena, so I'm gonna say we're gonna give it to Xena tonight because I think I see Juicy's is all the Juicy's that say that we know what you'll think for Juicy's, but
Making
yeah, I've
too
seen a
much
whole
sense.
lot of Xena from different people. So Xena, I think you are in the hot seat. Okay, you are in the hot seat this week. Wancho wrote in and asked, what advice do you give someone else who is healing from a breakup? What advice do you give someone else who is healing from a breakup?
Do everything that you can for yourself. Treat yourself. Try to work on yourself. I know coming out of my breakup, I had blemishes that I wanted to clear up. So I started doing my face care, just investing more time into myself. I think it's very important to build yourself back up after you have been hurt or betrayed, or after, a regular breakup sometimes is not easy to deal with. So Remember the necessary ending, peaceful conclusion. I wasn't. Um, do
Alrighty then.
do as much as you can for yourself to make yourself that better person for the next person or for you alone, for your family. Um, it's important to invest in yourself. Salute.
So she's like, salute. That is it. Through every breakup, we are left depleted, heartbroken, and undergoing several stages of loss. Many times there is shame, disbelief, unworthiness, and other traumatic.
When I don't want to be boring, I bring the butter.
Find rich, lush butter Chardonnay for under $20 in the wine aisle and at drinkbutter.com.
Uncertainty about the future. What will life be like without your partner? Will you find someone else? Will you end up alone? These unknown often seem worse than an unhappy relationship. But y'all, we have a treat for you guys here tonight. Normally, I will come to a place of healing, and I would state a quote, or I would have a quote for you guys every week to come to this place of healing. But Floetry, can you go ahead and hit the box? We have a special treat for y'all tonight. She's gonna actually end the show, and then I'm gonna let you guys go ahead and give your outros. But we have a little special treat for you. So Floetry, go ahead and request the box. I'm gonna meet all of y'all though. Go ahead, Floetry.
Hi, can everyone hear me?
Yes, we can.
Good evening to you all. I'm Floetry, and I'm gonna do a piece, and it's called "Don't Call Me." Okay, all right. Don't call me. Don't call me. Sorry, let me put that on mute. Don't call me when you're bored. Don't call me when you realize that the last person you saw didn't give you the attention that I gave to you, but you ignored. Don't call me when you're low on money. What do you take me for? I'm not your mother, a sugar mummy. I'm not the bank. So don't send me a message with the final words of saying thanks. You can take yourself to someone who cares. That time has expired because clearly, when I cared, I showed you all the things you didn't take for granted. Now you think you can come to me like we had something planted. I'd rather save my time for someone who can give me the best circumstances. You're fresh though. Don't try to holler at me when you see me outside in my mesh dress, though. You haven't passed the test to have your beaded eyes on me. So take your eyes off me. You, you could have had me. I said, you could have had me. But I guess everything happens for a reason. And you're not a part of my seasons. You could have had love, not any love, but deep love, warmth, comfort, sapiosexual conversations. It's all about the time, the trust, and the communication. So, what I need you to do is to take your, I said, take your fake ass away from my circle. Don't try to bust my bubble because you put yourself in deep, deep double trouble. Don't call me. Thank you. Thank God.
Thank you
You know
so
what?
much.
Yeah, as you know, can I do a small piece? Because Zena said about investing in yourself. So I would like to do this piece because obviously, when I came out of my relationship, um, I didn't know anything about investing in myself, and I didn't love myself, and I was in a toxic relationship, and this is a piece that I've written
Sure.
about investing in yourself. So there we go. Not it's not long, so yeah, invest in yourself. Invest in yourself because if you don't, you will lose yourself. Putting yourself first is not about being selfish towards other people. It's an intimate relationship you cater for yourself. Self care, pampering sessions, spa days, spa weekends, walks in the park, hours of sleep, taking yourself to restaurants, museums, and the rest is all about spending time with yourself and just enjoying you time. Have you ever thought about how many times you have made time for yourself whilst making time for others? When behind closed doors, some of these others don't have your best interest at heart. They see you do good and jealousy comes sliding through. They try to bring you down by saying things that they will know will trigger you, which can make you feel like you're on the edge of a hill with the anxiety of you thinking that you're going to fall. But I say stop. Your life has a clock and those days are numbered. So think for a moment and imagine the life you can have if you invest in yourself. Because if you don't, no one will. And the same other who tried to bring you down will smile in your face like the Grinch. They will smile at you from an inch. So please think, do what is best for you. As I said, if you don't, you'll be at the length of the other person's shoe. Invest in yourself, invest in you. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. Go ahead and give your outro, and
You're
then I'll allow them
welcome.
to give their outros. I appreciate you so much for coming. This was a special
You're
treat, y'all. I just
welcome.
met her the other day, and she's such a beautiful person with such a beautiful heart that I had to
Thank
have her on
you.
here. And she reached out to me, and
Yeah.
perfect. That was the perfect way to end it. It really came to a place of healing, and I appreciate you. So go ahead and give your outros and let us know about what you got going
You're
on
welcome.
and how they can find you because they're all gonna want you now.
Yeah.
Okay. So let us know about yourself.
Okay. I'm Float V. Float V. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok. I do quite a lot of spoken words. And even like I don't know if you heard of Voices of Power. They're coming to London on the 4th of May. So I will be performing there as well, and I can't wait. So yeah, but you can find me on here as well. Hi G Ray, long time babe. And yeah, I'm here.
Thank you
So
so
thank you for
much.
having me.
Of course.
Blessings.
Anytime.
Take care.
Seriously, I'll have you back anytime.
Bye.
Thank
Go
you
ahead,
so much for
Zena.
having me,
Right,
Jen.
thank you.
I was more than ecstatic to accept the invitation. This is my backup page, everybody. My regular page just has Zena in it. So I appreciate you again, Jen. Y'all can hit me up on IG. It's attached to my page. Thank you so much. You are beautiful. I would love to come back anytime.
Please do. Please do. Zaddy, you've been a long time coming. We got you here finally.
You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. You know, y'all make sure y'all check in on one mic. I'm one of everybody's favorite judge on one mic. Catch me Wednesdays, 10 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Eastern Standard Time. You know, I appreciate it, Jen and stuff. You know, I would have given more details, but you hear my background. You know, I appreciate it so much.
That's
I do
okay.
forget
Hey, we
sometimes.
got what we
Probably should have
needed
seen it
from it, and we
sometime.
took the we.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Y'all, I am. Oh, here we go. We got G Way, and then we got. Hold on. I'm gonna.
Ain't over. Yeah,
It
when this
ain't.
is over, it ain't over.
Y'all, it's not over, y'all. What's up? What's up? What's up?
Ah,
What is up? Thank
what's
you for everybody
up?
pulling up. Surprise, motherfucker, we
Surprise,
here. We
motherfucker.
here, motherfucker, we here. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to say before we get started, y'all, I just wanted to say before we get started, listen, baby girl, you are loved. We love you. There would be no juice without gin. We love you beyond words. I just want you to know that you are the best. You are that gin and juice.
Facts.
You rock these damn shows. You rock everything. You mean more than everything to me. When King asked you to be with me on my show and all this extra stuff, you didn't ask no questions. You was in there for Perp. You was in there for me. So this night, tonight is for you, baby. It's for you and only you. I appreciate everybody that is helping me pull this off tonight because it's definitely a gin and juice thing in here tonight. I love you, baby girl. I didn't know what else to do for you to show you my love, but we are here for you. We here for you, baby. Pit, you gonna be up first. G-Way, if you want to say anything, go ahead. But we got a whole little show for you, baby. So enjoy. I'm out this mud. I'm in your
I'm just
comments,
very
babe.
happy
Love
to
you.
be here. I'm just very happy to be here. Do your thing, Petty. It's on you. Let's get it.
I got you. I just want to say, Jen, before I start, I love you. I appreciate you. You know, whenever, and it's not just me, whenever anybody needs.
For the go-to people in
Hey yo, this young nigga killing them out there. Jews is rocky. Ladies grilling cause they looking like Mount Gears. I'm out here chilling in Nike ears. Kids got a flow. Let me know when I'm killing them. Stop there. Caddy me, mommy's happy to jump in the ride. Bitches to slide. Whole crew jumping inside. Bumping her thighs, I busting her eyes. Came out jelly, keep them greasy. Looking like a bucket of fries. She mad, so I keep the desert duck on my side. Clap they hats. Cats soon ducking they ride. Man, you know I heat you and leave. Gin and juice push more keys than Alicia and Steve. K-Rob, Cadillac, cataract, nick like a cabbage patch. We got flows, y'all niggas mad at that. Chicks wanna pack my long nose, I'm bagging that. You ain't from my hood or my habitat, drag 'em back. Punch niggas out, left, right, like it's pity pat. Pity that, give me back the nerve of this idiot. I got a Glock that'll drop the top on your drop. Knock the cops off the block. Hop off this cop block and stop. Niggas hate how I live to stop watching op with a voice and a shot to knock off the block. I've been spitting heat since pop lock. And the nigga in my time frame, fucking with the crime game. Nick throw them dime games, now I make a side hang. Meanest in the street, see which nigga side bang. Gin gang, motherfucker, you know that's my gang. Fuck who you know when, whoever you go get. 380, turn your baby brains into yogurt. Now I'm by the frame, my name is in alleys. I'm in the Olive Garden getting high with Italians. Mommy stay wildin'. Keep Jenny smiling, but you haters is making me turn so violent. Why you haters hating? This shit is so childish. I'm versatile and I'm not a joke. You gon' see 4 red dots in the coat. Talking out your neck, it get popped in your throat. Niggas ask why they never heard me yet. I'm too nasty, labels don't deserve me yet. Now who the fuck want what? Not a goddamn soul. Slugs be the size of a goddamn bowl. Watch me maneuver the tool. You be the first to die, and Jenny gonna remember this too. Shouts out to Jenny. I love you, Jenny. Turn
Oh my god, I hate all y'all. I don't hate y'all at all.
Where my people at? There she is. There we go. There we go. There we go.
I was like, why is so many people in here tonight just running the comments?
Let me turn this.
I'm like, King, you been in here the whole time. I knew so much.
We all been in here, Jen.
I was
What they said, Jen, we love you. You worry too much, Jen.
Oh shit! Oh my god, you guys.
What's wrong? I can't even see the dang. Well, Jen, like I said, we love you. You worry so much. But anything that you set your mind to, you do it. So I'm gonna need you to stop worrying so much. And the song I'm gonna do today is pretty much a reflection of what's been going on. So yeah, if you remember this one, sing along with me. You know, every time you talk about what somebody do, I be like, Jen, fuck these folks. You know I don't give a fuck. Hey. Let's go. Gin and juice. Middle finger to the enemy, cause the fake love is a sin to me. No disrespect to nobody, but I don't even need new friends with me. Skinny waist with a pretty face, let my locks hang, fuck the Remy weave. I'm always solo, so I copped the 9, same color as Tiffany. Took a major loss, thought it was it for me. While I was at the bottom, they was kicking me. Moved on from it, but it sticks to me, cause I would never do it how they did to me. Throwing dirt at me, then it rained on me. Guess the hard times had to water my seeds. I do whatever I can to make sure that my daughter don't struggle like me. But on to the next subject. I keep me a sack of the best of it. I smoke by myself, so I hit a few times and I put it out and save the rest of it. Bitches wanna act like best buds. You throwing shade at you with the rest of them. They laugh at your struggle, they down in your hustle, and they bragging while you trying to catch up. They say the closest friends that's next to you be your enemy. I can't relate to none of these fake bitches, they ain't feeling me. Pass me a blunt, smoke away the pain, boosting up my energy. Middle finger to my enemy. To my enemy. They say the closest friend that's next to you be your enemy. We can't relate to none of these fake bitches, they ain't feeling me. Pass me a blunt, smoke away the pain, boosting up my energy. Middle finger to my enemy. To my enemy. Hey, I love you, Jen. Keep being fucking great and doing what the fuck you do. And keep showing these motherfuckers how it's done. Turn up. Let's go.
Oh my God, you guys. I love y'all. Oh my God, level up. Oh my God, I can't even, you guys. Let me put my shit back up. Let me turn my volume on. Thank you guys, seriously.
Got a brief intermission, you know what I'm saying, Jen? Like I was saying before, girl, you know I love you lots. Love you lots. You became a sister, more than just a friend, honestly. So, hey, we here for you. We love you. It's nothing but a juice thing up in here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Ain't nothing but a juice thing, baby.
Period. 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 You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen. We had a brief intermission. Tinder, you could go ahead and speak, love.
No, because she's gonna start crying if I speak. So
go for it.
Well, Jen, you know, at first you weren't really too excited about Mistress and I. You weren't really excited about us. But we grew on you very quickly because you saw how much we loved Wancho. And just as we love Wancho, we love you. You're part of our family. And no matter what, we fight, we argue, but we still love each other at the end. And I want to personally say, and I think I can speak for Mistress also, when I tell you that you have came into our lives when we needed you the most. And now I'm gonna cry because y'all know me. I'm a crier, so it doesn't matter. You know a lot of everything that I'm going through right now. And even though as much as it hurts, I know that I have you, and I know that I have Mistress and Wancho, but just to have you as a sister, as a wifey, is probably one of the best things for me. So I love you. You know me, I've loved you pretty much since the day we met. You know, I love Wancho too, and so does Mistress. So we love you, and whatever you do, don't ever let anyone take it away from you, because people need this. People need you. So that's all I wanted to say. So yeah.
I just wanted to say, you know how hard it is to try to keep a secret from you. Like, it is extremely hard. I'm like, me and Purpose are sitting up here trying to figure stuff out. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, "Oh, wish don't tell her nothing." I'm like, "I'm not telling her anything right now." But she's on my neck, like, "What's going on? I know y'all up to something. I know y'all up to something. Oh, y'all over there sidebarring. Y'all over there sidebarring." I'm like, "Yo, chill, just chill." Even today, I'm like, "Chill out, yo." But you know what? Like everybody said, we love you, Jed. I appreciate everything that you have done for me thus far. You know what I'm saying? I can't say enough about you. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't even be the streamer that I am today. You helped me get my feature show. You showed me the ropes, and I'm gonna be forever grateful for that. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Yeah, you difficult. I gotta piggyback on that. When I tell y'all, every time I hit this button for about the past week and a half, Jen was in that thing. She was in that thing. like, let me know what is going on. Like, you got me messed up.
She kept asking us, "Are you and Wacho and Mistress? Y'all got a private chat?" Yes, we've had that chat for 2 years. We've had that same chat for 2 years. Yes, we do. We've got 3 with you in it. I said we haven't used it. We haven't used the chat. Like, we don't need to use it. But, yeah, you're not. Like, yeah, you're difficult.
Yeah, you real difficult.
But you're
real difficult.
Listen, y'all don't know what I've been doing behind the scenes. I'm like, boy, I will do something nasty to you if you tell me. Like,
Bro.
I'm ashamed of myself right now.
You can't see me, but I'm shaking my head. You can't see me, but I'm shaking my head.
I'm so ashamed, but not ashamed at the same time. Because listen, something was going on, and I knew. But no, I had no idea tonight. Listen, I had no idea, y'all, because I was almost having a bad night tonight. The way everything was kind of going, I was feeling myself a little anxiety. But I fucking love all y'all. I love all y'all. I love
We
all
got a
y'all.
little bit more. We in the waiting period. We got a little bit more. So if anybody else got anything else to say, you know, if I asked you to speak and you have not spoke yet, can y'all please speak for me? We got to, you know,
you guys can hear
keep this
me.
show on the road.
Yeah, we can hear you.
My connection kind of sucks. It's my niece's birthday, so I made sure I was here, even though I'm at a function right now. I just want to say that in a short amount of time that I've known Jen, she's an amazing person. Like, I feel like we connected and we clicked so fast that it wasn't even funny. I'm grateful to call her family, and I'm grateful to call her my sister. And I'm grateful to create a smaller even group of family with all the other people I've met. Even in here, like, I don't know everybody, and everybody don't know me because I don't really be on this side. But the vibe and the love and just everything about her is amazing, and the people that she brings together. So I really appreciate to have someone like Jen in my life.
Definitely.
And of course, Jen, I would say let your boyfriend say hi to you, but he's a little whiny right now. Say hi, girlfriend. Say hi, girlfriend. Say hi to your girlfriend. I'm sorry, he's a little cranky, tired. No?
I love y'all.
Say hi.
I think I got. Hi, baby.
He said hi to you. Your girlfriend said hi. He said he talked to you later.
Y'all, I got King.
We about to be lit here in a minute, y'all. We about to be
I'll be
lit
back
here
in the
in a minute.
comments.
Other people can. I'm gonna get out so other people can speak. Love you.
Love you too.
Jen, baby. You know, this was really kind of hard to pull off for you, ladies. It hurt my feelings.
And spoiled.
Bro, when I tell y'all, listen, It hurt my feelings so bad to lie to Jen, but she knew shit was up. You know what I'm saying? So I had to lie to her and tell her ain't shit popping up no more. I don't know what.
I believed it too because I was like,
Believed it.
I don't know what it was. He's like, y'all had it. Listen, Wancho, I feel so sorry. I love you because that man has dealt with me for 2 weeks, okay?
Man, I'm
He
telling you.
was getting, look, I will do something nasty to you if you tell me. If you don't tell me, I don't love you no more. I don't like you right now. Y'all keeping secrets. You're lying to me.
Bruh.
And Keegan, how dare you? You my twin.
Look, she even started acting a little bit weird. You know what I'm saying? She came in the line, threw a little emoji. She out that look. I'm like, all right, Jen, I got you. I got you, bruh. I got you, bruh. Just wait until tonight. Yeah. Yeah.
No, I can listen. No, you was on mute and I didn't see your head, so I'm like, well, she's not here. I was.
Aquano Sounds Production. What up, sound?